All right. How do I get to this? Oh, there it goes. Maybe. All right. So this is a practice screencast of what you guys are going to see. We are doing some online schooling. So I'm going to try to make this short and sweet for you guys, but this kind of shows you what this is going to look like for the foreseeable future. So we're going to talk a little bit about imagery, sensory language. We did this when we were last at school, so this should be a review. So, online school, just some basics, put some High School Musical in there. Figured you guys would maybe enjoy that. Some of you don't have to cringe too much because there's no sound. But anyways, so you actually have to do the assignments. Make sure you are taking the time to actually do them. I understand a lot of your parents are probably still working, doing their jobs, and with you guys being at your age, at this point you should be expected to like do this work on your own without having anyone at home being like, hey, this is what you need to do. Make sure you're doing it, being responsible for your work. You can always email me if you have any questions. I'll be checking my email regularly. And then you can always text or call your friends to work on assignments together. Just saying, might make it a little bit more interesting moving forward with this. So what we're going to do really quickly, like I said, this is going to be short and sweet. Number one, we're going to review the definitions of sensory language and imagery. We already practiced and discussed this in class. Then we're going to do one example that we would have done in class to review recognizing sensory language and imagery. So there are only 5 questions. What I would like you to do is, if you don't have something in front of you, whether it's a phone, whether it's a scrap piece of paper, get something to write on or type in. And I want you to record your answers on a separate sheet of paper. So this could just be opening your phone into the notes, writing down, like, for example, number 3, letter A, something like that. You're just going to write down multiple choice questions 3 through 7, and then you're just going to record the correct letter on the line. Lastly, we're going to review the answers. Do not skip to the answers. And if you need more think time, just pause the video, all right? Because I know we're not at school. Some of you might get this like boom, 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 no problem. Others of you might have to take a time to think, which is fine. So make sure you take advantage of being able to pause the video. So, what is imagery? Imagery, literary language that appeals to the reader's senses, helping the reader create mental pictures and connect with what's happening in the story. The biggest thing you have to remember about imagery is it's all about mental pictures. It is when the author is very descriptive, and it helps you as the reader be able to imagine what's going on in the story, whether it's what a character looks like, whether it's what a setting looks like. I said this before in class, but J.K. Rowling, I believe that's how you say her name. She's awesome at imagery. So if you've ever read a Harry Potter book, you know what I'm talking about. You can imagine Hogwarts, what it looks like throughout all of her novels, because she's just that great at writing imagery. All right, the next part, what is sensory language? This is where you're going to use your 5 senses to create an image or description that helps the reader connect with a character, action, or scene. So the author appeals to either taste, so what something tastes like, smells, what it smells like, hear, what they hear, right? Touch, what they touch, and then finally see what they see. All right, so sensory language, without getting too in depth about it, is about the 5 senses, while imagery is about creating mental pictures. All right, so I have a guided example, and I'm going to have to exit out of my PowerPoint for this, and that guided example is off to the left side of my screen. So this is something we would have done in class, just obviously we're not there, so we're doing this this way instead. And let me see if I can, oh, okay, cool. So anyways, example on the left, it says the sunlight spilled across the sky like paint cans that have been tipped over, staining the clouds with streaks of orange, pink, and yellow. Amber leaned back against a tree and stared at the vast canvas. She loved staring at the Texas sky after the rains had passed and the sun had decided to come back to life. The wind softly rustled the grasses around her. Her horse, Charlie, nuzzled her with his velvety nose, tickling her neck with his warm breath. The crickets began singing their nightly song, and Amber knew it was time to head back to the stable. Sighing, she reluctantly got to her feet and reached for Charlie's harness. So she's reluctant means that she doesn't really want to leave. All right, so first question, which you can kind of see on the left side of the screen, but I decided to make it on the PowerPoint as well, so you can look to the right. 3 says, what sense is the author appealing to when Charlie nuzzles Amber's neck? So what sense does the author appeal to when Charlie nuzzles Amber's neck? Your options are taste, touch, sight, or smell. Make sure you write down your answer, type it somewhere. Trying to set a timer on my phone for you guys with this. All right, correct answer coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, correct answer is touch. Okay. The reason why it's touch is that it's describing what she feels when Charlie is nuzzling her neck because he's a horse with his nose. Okay. So without explaining it too much, correct answer is touch. The next question says, what does the image tell the reader about the setting? So the setting is like what's going on. Options are A, it's early morning and the sun is rising. B, it's mid-afternoon when the sun is high in the sky. C, it is late afternoon and the sun is going down. D, it is afternoon and the clouds suggest it will rain soon. For this one, if you're somebody that wants to figure it out on your own, I want you to pause this video. If you are somebody that is like, I'm not really sure, I want you to keep listening because I'm about to say the answer. All right, so 4, because this one is a little bit more challenging, the correct answer was C. It is late in the afternoon and the sun is going down. When you first read this, you might see sunlight spilled across the sky like paint cans that have been tipped over, staining the clouds with streaks of orange, pink, and yellow. Maybe you think that might be the sun rising. But if you look down here, it says the crickets began singing their nightly song. So because of that line, you know it's not in the morning. So A, not right. B, also not right, because saying it's mid-afternoon when they're singing, the crickets singing their nightly song, wouldn't make sense. D says it is afternoon and the clouds suggest it will rain soon. There is nothing about that because it does say the rain had passed, so that had already happened. So the correct answer for number 4 is C. It is late in the afternoon and the sun is going down. All right, 5. How does the setting affect Amber's feelings? Options are A, it is making her feel peaceful. B, it is making her sleepy. C, she is worried that it will rain. D, she is angry that she has to leave. So how does the setting affect her feelings? Try not to give too much wait time because I know you guys can pause this video at any point, but make sure you're writing down the answer. I'm going to go over the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct answer is that it's making her feel peaceful. All right. Any description in here is very peaceful. The wind softly rustled the grasses around her. There's nothing like the wind's not like blowing like crazy. It's just blowing at a nice soft breeze and saying that she was sighing. She reluctantly got to her feet and reached for Charlie's harness. Nothing is mentioning that she is feeling sleepy or that she is worried it will rain or that she's angry that she has to leave. Now, D, saying that she's angry that she has to leave isn't the same as her like not wanting to leave. She's not angry. She's taking in her surroundings and the setting, all right? And it's making her feel peaceful. All right? So she loves staring at the Texas sky after the rains had passed and the sun decided to come back to life. She's peaceful, she's happy. All right, 6. What sense is the author appealing to when the crickets start singing? This one should be able to get pretty easily. A, smell. B, touch. C, taste. Or D, hear. And I'm going to go over the answer for this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct answer was hear. All right. You should be able to hear the crickets. You're not eating the crickets. That wasn't mentioned. Or touching the crickets. Again, not mentioned. Or the smell of the crickets was not mentioned. So that one is only here. Last one. All right, 7. Which of the following words help the reader sense how Charlie's nose feels against Amber's neck? So how the nose, like his nose feels, all right? He's a horse. Some of you might have been around horses, some of you might not have. But what word best shows how Charlie's nose felt against her neck? Nuzzled, B, tickling, C, velvety, or D, warm? Going over the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remember, you can pause at any point if you need more think time. All right, correct answer was velvety. All right, saying that his nose is velvety means that it's really soft, and that's how it felt against her neck. All right, so those are the examples. Hopefully you took the time to actually write them down as I try to figure out how to maximize this screen again. There it goes. Anyways, so last slide. Like I was saying before, though, I hope you wrote it down. I hope you got some practice out of that. If you did, great. Hopefully you didn't skip to the end. But my last 2 slides are just like during this break. You could always take advantage of this time and read a new book. I know that's what I'm doing. Besides going to, like, my grad school is online, so I'm still doing school for myself and then for you guys. And I'm also going to be trying to read some books over this period of time. And then, we can do this. Just got to stick together. And then most importantly, practice healthy habits, wash your hands, and don't touch your face. All right. I hope you guys are finding some time to enjoy time with your families and enjoy time doing things that maybe you didn't always have the time to do before. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. But again, if you have any questions, just feel free to email me. Your parents can email me, whatever. But stay healthy and safe, everyone. All right. Bye.